race day.
All right, so we're 18 weeks out from race day.
He's running them at like 6:20 pace.
I'm dead tired.
Because he has to run it faster than his marathon base. So basically what happens is,
it's going? Okay. So hey guys, my name is Kyle Livingston. I'm the owner of Live Mentality Nutrition Meal Preps, as well as the owner of Live Mentality Nutrition online training program. So today I'm introducing my new vlog, my new YouTube channel. Basically, we're going to document my marathon training from start to finish. The reason why it's so special is because I'm trying to get a 2:55 and qualify for Boston. My last marathon, I ran it at a 3:45, so I'm trying to cut an entire hour all the way down. So I'm bringing you guys along with me through the journey of me trying to qualify for Boston.
We're in the second week of a 20-week buildup. Right now, what we're doing is we're following basically a Jack Daniels type of formula. Jack Daniels is the one that invented the VDOT program. And so it's basically almost like 80-20 type of program where we're running 80% of the mileage on each week aerobically. And the other 20% is to build up some lactic acid thresholds and some speed work so that he can maintain the pace throughout the 26.2 miles distance. Today we completed an 18-mile run. He's in the second week of the program right now. Basically, we're trying to average somewhere around 16 miles per week. It can be a little bit higher to try to get to a 2:55, but Kyle does do a lot of extensive weight training as well, as you can see from his physique. So it's not necessary to keep a very high mileage, since he does have the strength from the actual training that he does with weights on a weekly basis.
So I'm out 18 weeks. I have to be at a 6:41 pace for 26.2 miles. All right, so today I did 17 miles at a 2 hour, 19 minute and 35 second ending, and 8:12 mile pace. So pretty much we did 18 miles. So basically get the distance of the full entire 26.2 marathon to carry me through the entire distance. And then I finished off with six times 30 second, huh?
6 times 30 second strides.
6 times 30 second strides. Oh, and I did 200 push-ups as well. Make sure I get my strength training in. Oh yes, and the 18 miles that I ran at was a zone 2 level heart rate training, making sure my heart rate was very low to make sure I get the, what is those things called? Lactic acid flushed out of my legs.
And what happens is that a day like today, where Kyle ran 17 miles and he averaged about an 8-minute pace or so for those 17 miles. And then he finished off after the 17 miles doing 6 times 30 second strides. It helps his body adjust to running fast at a point where he's going to feel a little fatigue towards the end of the race, and then the body adapts. We have to experience that adaptation through the process. So what happens is we're going to be training higher levels of volume, and then as he's coming off that volume, he's going to recover and go into like a Tuesday workout where we're doing some speed, and then Wednesday he's going to recover again and run slow, and then he's going to come back Thursday and do some speed sessions again, and then he's going to go into this Thursday and Friday running slower paces and then heavy pace on a Sunday, and then we start to cycle all over again. And what happens is you experience something called supercompensation, where you're recovering, and then you want to be ideally hitting those pace workouts again when you're fully recovered and the body can adapt to the speed and do those rigorous workouts with more strength and endurance. And that's the goal and objective, and we will follow that like a roller coaster all the way through this 20-week build. 2 weeks out from the actual marathon day itself, we'll start a taper routine. We'll start to come down off of that. But Kyle does a lot of strength training, so he doesn't really need to get over 70 miles per week. If he was not weight training, then I would prescribe running close to 70 miles per week, but it's not necessary for him. He's running them at like 6:20 pace. because he has to run it faster
Yeah.
than his marathon base. So basically what happens is that he can get that tolerance and get the fast twitch muscles going, because towards the end of the race, the lactic acid starts to build up, and you want to be able to get that tolerance where the body is clearing the lactic acid as quickly as it's building up. Lactic acid isn't bad in itself. A lot of people have, put a negative stigma attached to it, but it's not. Our body requires lactic acid to build up, but it's your ability to be able to clear it, and those paces that allow you to do that is what we're trying to determine with these weekly workouts. So basically, this is going to be the on a weekly basis, the total miles that Kyle is going to be running for this Ogden Marathon. As you can see, it's a 20-week program. It's basically like a roller coaster ride, so it has his peaks and valleys on a weekly basis. So at any given time, he could actually look at this in advance to see exactly how many miles he's going to be running. Ideally, he wants to hit these spot on. Going a little bit over is fine. Going even a little bit under is fine. It all depends on how he's feeling on any given week. But this is something that he can use to chart himself, make comments in the events that he wants to kind of notate something that went well or not so well on any given week. Basically, I gave him the entire plan on a daily and weekly basis so that he can go ahead and put it in his Garmin watch. All the highlighted yellow is all of the quality workouts, whether it's long distance or speed workouts. The actual highlights in blue are basically the beginning of each week that he's going to be running, which begins on a Sunday. So this takes you out for the entire 20 weeks up until the actual marathon week. On the bottom, this is basically what it takes to run a 2:55 marathon. This is the splits per mile that ideally he would be hitting. Ideally, what you want to do when you run this a marathon goal is to try to stay as close to goal pace as possible, and then hit it like clockwork, like a metronome, like a musician has a metronome. Basically, that's what you want to do, mile after mile after mile, and that rhythm is what keeps you in pace, and it allows you to be more fluent in the process as well throughout the entire race. Right now, your main objective is to sleep. Between these workouts, 8 hours of sleep, because you can do this all you want, but if you don't have the proper nutrition and the proper rest and recovery, it kind of falls apart. You're going to struggle. Right. Whereas if you did that, it makes this whole journey so much easier. So you got to tell yourself right now that you have to you got to take vitamin N, as Eliud Kipchoge said. Vitamin N. He said the ability to say no. When they call you to go ahead, so no. Oh, you're going to do no. That's it. So vitamin N right now is the most important mineral and vitamin you can take, bro. Right.
Things that you can expect on my channel is nutrition aspects as far as what I eat on a day-to-day basis to get me ready to train through all the workouts that I do, workout routines, weight training, mobility, recovery, sleeping, weekly updates on my training. I'll also be bringing you along my 5Ks as well as my half marathons. Anything you guys want to see or any questions you have, drop a comment below. Like, comment, subscribe. My Instagram handle is Live Mentality.